Hey, what's up?
Bryant wakes to the nightmare of his wife's final scream as a ruthless gang ends her life. Since then, he has lived in Mexico under a fake death, hoping to find some kind of peace. But peace never comes. He stares at her photo each morning, then throws himself into training not for fitness, but to sharpen the skills he'll need when he finally avenges her. As Bryant trains, a teenager named Oscar watches him from afar. One day after school, Oscar is confronted by a group of thugs from the L-17 gang led by a man named Flo. They order him into their car, but Oscar refuses and manages to hide nearby. Bryant witnesses the incident from the window of a nearby diner. That evening, Flo and his crew break into Oscar's home and accuse him of disrespecting the gang. It's revealed that Oscar's older brother Hector is actually the leader of L-17, though he is currently out of town. Oscar tries to steer clear of the gang, especially Flo, who constantly belittles him. The next day, Bryant again notices Oscar mimicking his training routine. Intrigued, Bryant approaches him and Oscar asks to be trained. Seeing potential in the teen, Bryant agrees and begins teaching him a unique martial arts style he's been developing for years, blending techniques from various disciplines. From the very first training session, Bryant notices something surprising. Oscar learns fast, almost too fast. The kid has natural talent, serious discipline, and a focus Bryant hasn't seen in years. Every move Bryant teaches him stances, strikes, and Kyokushin techniques meant for survival, not sport. But Oscar has bigger dreams. He wants to compete professionally. Bryant rejects the idea immediately. To him, Kyokushin isn't a sport. It's dangerous, brutal, and designed only for survival. One evening, Oscar's older brother Hector, a member of L-17, spots him training with Bryant. He immediately becomes suspicious, convinced Bryant is some kind of undercover cop. Hector drags Oscar away and forbids him from ever training with Bryant again. Taking his brother's warning seriously, Oscar visits a local martial arts gym and buys a membership from Marisol, the gym's administrator. One evening, L-17 members attend an underground no-rules fight where a brutal and undefeated fighter known as the Collector dominates his opponent. Suddenly, Oscar steps forward and challenges him. Everyone doubts the teen, but Oscar shocks the crowd by using advanced techniques learned from Bryant, ultimately knocking the Collector out in minutes. The fight footage goes viral. The next day, Hector approaches Bryant and offers money to continue training Oscar professionally. Bryant declines, explaining he only intended to teach Oscar self-defense. When Hector tries to threaten him with a gun, Bryant quickly disarms him and warns the gang to stay away. The viral video reaches the lawyer of a mob boss named Sonny, who is currently imprisoned. Sonny immediately suspects that only Bryant could have trained Oscar. Holding a long-standing grudge against Bryant, Sonny orders his top assassins to track him down. Soon after, two Colombian twin brothers, Ivan and Vlad, visit the gym, pretending to be talent scouts for bare-knuckle fighters. They inquire about Bryant, but Hector senses danger and tells them to leave. After they go, Hector remarks that they looked more like hitmen than promoters. Realizing Bryant could be in danger, Oscar convinces Hector to go to Bryant's van. Oscar warns Bryant, who immediately understands the threat. He instructs Oscar and Marisol to hide in his armored van. Moments later, the twins show up and kill two of Hector's men. Bryant joins the others inside the van and reveals his past. He was once an undercover cop who helped imprison Sonny. Despite being locked up, Sonny still orchestrates criminal operations and has now located Bryant. Bryant exits the van through a secret route, sneaks up on one of the twins and kills him with a crossbow. He then confronts the other brother, overpowers him, and tries to get information. The assassin refuses to talk and sets himself on fire rather than betray Sonny. Knowing more danger is coming, Bryant leads the group through an underground passage. He explains that after testifying against Sonny, he had to hide his wife in another country and go off the grid. He tells them to return home and lay low. Back at his van, Bryant is approached by several armed men dressed as police. Realizing they're imposters sent by Sonny, he eliminates them all and disappears. Meanwhile, Sonny, furious over yet another failure, instructs his associate, Alex, to capture Hector and torture him for information on Bryant's whereabouts. Though Hector doesn't know where Bryant is, the criminals begin to mutilate him. Just in time, Bryant arrives and slaughters the gang members using both firearms and melee weapons. He frees Hector, who is stunned that one man defeated so many. At the same time, Oscar and Marisol are looking for Bryant when they're approached by men in SWAT uniforms. One of them removes his mask and identifies himself as Eric, a former police colleague of Bryant's. Claiming he wants to help, Eric takes the teens to his car. Sensing something is wrong, Oscar secretly contacts Bryant. Bryant immediately understands the danger. They're in the hands of Eric, a corrupt cop who betrayed him for mafia money and now works for Sonny. Eric brings Oscar and Marisol to a mansion owned by Valdez, a powerful mobster and Sonny's longtime ally. The gangsters plan to use them as bait to lure Bryant. Forced to act, Oscar calls Bryant for help. Realizing it's a trap, Bryant and Hector gather the most skilled L-17 members and launch a rescue mission. A violent battle ensues at the mansion with heavy losses on both sides. Bryant and Hector break in through the rear, eliminating guards with precision. Inside, Oscar and Marisol free themselves, grab Eric's gun, and shoot him. Bryant soon finds them, finishes off the remaining enemies, and rescues the teens. Upon hearing of the mission's failure, Sonny is enraged, unaware that Bryant and his allies are planning one final move to infiltrate the prison and bring down his empire once and for all.